The mini future of law enforcement. Today we're taking a look at Hiya Toys' Exquisite Mini, Robocop. Welcome back. Robocop has finally arrived, so I'm excited to take a look at him. This is Robocop from Robocop 1. They have done Murphy from all three films in multiple versions. There's battle damage versions, there's even a graffiti sprayed version from Robocop 2. They've even done the remake. But this is just normal Robocop 1 Robocop. So an interesting design for packaging here, different from what we've seen with Hiya Toys. It comes in this kind of outer protective case here, with pictures from the film on the back, and a little bit of a write-up from Hiya Toys. But then if you open it up, it slides out and you have a more standard action figure card back here, with pictures of the figure there. Now it is sealed like an old Star Wars toy or something like that, so you won't be able to remove the figure without destroying the back. Not sure why they went with this design as opposed to what we saw with the Alien Predator figures, but it's interesting. If you're a mint in box collector, I guess it'll keep it nice and mint for you. But before we open Robocop up, I'd like to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. It really helps me out and helps get the video seen by other people so they can see how cool these figures are. But let's get Robocop out and see how he looks. So here's Robocop out of his packaging, and if we measure him up, we can see he stands about 4¼ inches tall, or about 11 centimeters. And as promised, here he is next to the Robocane I already reviewed. As you can see, Robocane is quite a bit taller than Robocop, and he can get even taller if you straighten out his legs there. So yeah, he really is small in comparison to his enemies. For accessories, Robocop does come with a Hiya Toys base, although this is a unique design, kind of a broken tile design we've never seen before with any of the Alien or Predator figures. There is a peg hole there for the figure. Using any of these included clips here, you can just place them along these notches on the side and attach them to any other Hiya Toys base to kind of build a diorama. You of course get Robocop's gun here, just done in a black there, no other paint to kind of pick out any of the detail down there. You of course get a trigger finger to hold the gun. And last but not least, you get his right hand here with the data spike here, which he puts to good use in the film, accessing information and delivering the final blow to Clarence Boddicker. And here we have Robocop himself, and I have to say this is a nice little figure. Hiya Toys has done a good job of capturing all the details in the suit and everything, and I really like the paint job that they've done to capture that pearlescent shine that you get on Robocop's armor. Looking at the head here, the helmet is not removable or anything like that. There is no Murphy sculpt underneath there. You can see the lips and everything are very cleanly painted. It doesn't really look like there's any kind of red in the visor there. It's more of a silver metallic, but in person it's really hard to see that. You can see the little detail on the side of his helmet there, going down to his shoulders. There's little spots on his armor that have gotten kind of this purple, very light purple shine or spray paint on there to make it look like a shiny iridescent quality that you get in the film there. I think that's a really interesting way of doing that. I know even the Hot Toys had some issues with the color of Robocop. This is a Robocop 1 figure, so he isn't as blue as he is in the Robocop 2 there, but I think it looks really metallic. You go down, you can see more detail on the legs and everything there. Unfortunately, the holster doesn't open or anything like that. There is no way of putting the gun in or out there. It would have been nice to have maybe a swap out leg or something like that, but unfortunately not. You do have pistons on the back of his feet there, which are functioning. He does have peg holes to use with the base, of course. As you go up, you can see more and more details there. Now, one thing I have to say is this feels like a really solid figure, even in comparison to the Predators and stuff like that. This has a lot of weight to it. It doesn't feel fragile at all. You will want to be careful with it because it is a smaller figure and some of the joints could be fragile, but no, it feels really high quality, durable. I'm really interested in seeing how their 1/12 scale die cast Robocop turns out. I'm not sure I'll be buying that one, but I'm interested in seeing reviews of it because if it's anything like this, I think it's going to be quite a good figure. And speaking of the Hot Toys, here he is next to the Hiya Toys Robocop. And obviously this is not at all a fair comparison. This I think was $340 when it came out, and this is $20. This was actually extremely overpriced. The only reason I own it is because I had a bunch of Sideshow rewards points. It's a nice figure. It's not worth that much. It is die cast and everything. But you can see how they compare there. And here's more of a close-up view between the two. Again, it's not a fair comparison because this is a lot bigger, but the Hiya Toys does have a lot of the detail that the Hot Toys does have. Obviously things like the OCP stamping on the leg there wouldn't be possible at this scale, but I think this is a really good quality figure for its size. Turning to articulation, Robocop's head is on a ball joint, and you do get an excellent range of movement there. Of course, it does rotate all the way around. Really good. The arms are limited thanks to the design of the suit. Peter Weller couldn't move that much in the film, so you can only raise the arms like that. But they do rotate all the way around. You do get a single bend elbow. The hands are on a ball peg. For the abdomen, you do have a cut at the top here and then a cut at the bottom here. So you get a decent amount of backwards movement for Robocop. And he can look down really well. And of course he does rotate and everything like that and turn at the waist. Like with the arms, the legs are very limited in terms of how they can spread because of the armor design. He is able to kick back really well though. And go forward. His legs kind of rotate out. Similar to the Xenomorph figures that Hiya has made. You do get a single bend knee there. And as shown, the foot does rotate up and down. There is no side to side or anything like that. Unfortunately, there's no rotation at the elbow or anything like that, so kind of getting his arm up like that in his shooting pose, that's about as good as you can do. You can't kind of have it straight up there. So he is limited, but that's the way the suit design is. There's not much you can do for action figures. Even the Hot Toys is limited in its range of movement. And there we have the Hiya Toys Robocop, a really solid little figure. We have had a lot of Robocop figures in the past, but where I think the Hiya Toys range really has an advantage is that they've done Ed and Robocane as well. And at the smaller size, you can get those bigger robots at their appropriate scale. I'm really curious to see how this translates to their 6-inch die-cast Robocop. I think that's going to be a really interesting figure, and I'm curious to see how they pull it off. I have reviewed other Hiya Toys Robocop figures, and I have more to come, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see those. But for right now, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!